just wanted to ask, from Tutorial Guild, how overstimulated are you guys right now?
I'm doing all right. Jeff always seems understimulated, right? Sometimes I have to poke him to make sure he's still alive.
I mean, after that,
He's the most chill person in.
That's incredible, considering like what happened on Wednesday. That big announcement was so huge. It was like going to a Hall H panel, and that was such a fun moment. Calling him yogurt. I mean, Yost. First of all, come on. Did you come up with that?
Yeah. I actually took. It actually took me like 2 minutes. Like that was the first word that came to my mind while I was looking at his last name, and I thought about it for 2 minutes trying to think of something funnier, and I couldn't.
So before we dive into the specifics of the project, I kind of wanted to start with a big picture question. Is for both your opinions, what makes a good audiobook production?
I think the book itself needs to be written in a way that lends itself to audio. I think there's plenty of great books out there that you can never do audio for. House of Leaves, for example. Well, now I'd love to hear somebody try that. There's a funny TikTok video about it. Anyway, but you know, a story that's compelling and clear, and then when you get to the production itself, I've always been a fan of people who are acting as opposed to somebody that's sitting in a creaky chair reading. Like if you listen to those old audiobooks on tape and stuff, you can like sometimes hear the cars going by or their dogs, their phone ring. I mean, and it's not like that. It's like literally like listening to a movie, and that lends itself to an immersive experience. Whether you go with one narrator or like the full cast thing, like his company does.
Yeah, I think that immersion is maybe the key word. I prefer to become the book rather than to be a person reading it. That means, becoming the characters and making the conversations happen in front of the listener instead of telling you what the people are saying. That means that I'm trying to channel the actual emotional impact that the author is intending from the narration, and also I'm trying to channel what the characters must be feeling. Especially, it's a layup when it comes to first person narration, like with Carl, where okay, I'm literally telling you about what things that are happening from my perspective as the main character. But also, I think it's important to make it feel like storytelling rather than reading as well. It's better for it to. I think people are able to more easily immerse themselves and take in the story when they feel like someone is telling them something that they know happened, rather than, again, it sounds like I'm reading.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question for you, Matt.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I know how you're going to answer this, but I'm not sure. So given how you've written the AI, he's a very compelling character. He's very important in the stories. What is your official take on AI, and how does that match what you've written about AI?
Well, I've also written another book called Operation Bounce House, which I think makes my views on AI a little more clear. But I think there are amazing applications for AI in today's world, such as being able to look at a scan of someone's breast tissue or their heart, and for it to say, I think a doctor should look at this. Mm-hmm. The problem is the corporations are seeing this and saying, well, it said the doctor should look at that, and then they had cancer. Well, why do we need the doctors now?
Right.
And that's what happens. It's the enshittification of everything because it's cheaper. But my take on AI as an artist is fuck AI. There's so many arguments for and against it. I mean, so many arguments against it, like, how it was trained in the first place, the environmental impact on that. And all that is true and important. But my personal feeling is, what is the point of art if it's not done by human? Art is us seeing something through the artist's eyes. And if there is no artist in that equation, then what is the point in the first place? Sometimes it's cool to look at something because, how else are you going to get, Pee Wee Herman riding a mastodon shooting an RPG at Mr. T or something. And it's funny for a second, but then leaves like a film over my soul every time I look at it. So no, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I agree. When it comes to important matters where lives are at stake and people are doing things that they hate and getting paid for it, if we can use AI to make people's lives easier in that way and to save people's lives, great. But when it comes to art, just why? But the work is part of the art, and if you remove the work, you remove the point. It's the toil that an artist goes through is voluntary.
Yeah.
Quickly, I was hoping you could speak a bit on how the amazing success of the audiobooks has it or has it not affected or influenced at all the levels you're thinking about when you're writing new novels?
I always write, even before Jeff started working with audio in mind, because the genre I work in, Lit RPG, is very audio heavy. And when I asked that, this one will be different because it's Audible panel, but when I ask an audience, like, how many of you have listened to the audiobook, it's usually 90+% of the audience, even though so many people buy the physical books. So it has affected me greatly. Everything I write is for audio.
My co-host would make me look at a vajankle if I don't ask this, but Matt, what is your favorite Coheed and Cambria album?
Fuck is a Bachenko.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know, Jefferson.
I don't remember the titles of all their albums. I like Coheed and Cambria, but I'm not a huge fan. I've seen them live multiple times because they're always opening for like Iron Maiden and stuff. So,
Okay.
well, just fuck Coheed and Cambria. That was a joke.
Thank you so much.